Hi, don't mind any makeup that I already have on now, because I just did that from a previous video I was doing. So anyways, yeah, I'm going to be doing the new and improved makeup for strict parents, because I was looking back on it, and I realized how crappy the other one was. So yeah, let me just find this. Okay, so I have some good advice. Okay, I know this doesn't look like your normal mascara, like your normal clear gel mascara, but what I did was that I took regular mascara, like preferably depending on your hair color. Like if you have black hair, you can use black mascara, or if you have brown or blonde hair, you can use brown black or brown, depending on how light your skin tone is. So anyways, what I did was that I had the clear gel mascara, and I took another type of mascara. In this case, I used Lash Stiletto in brown black. Anyways, what I'd done was that well, of course, first taken out the wand from the Lash Stiletto, taken out this one, washed it off a little bit, like taken all the other stuff off, dipped it in the Lash Stiletto a couple of times, gotten around in there, and then dipped this back in here and mixed it in. And I've done that a few times to kind of make it darker. And that is the main thing. You can use concealer and mascara, but just use a very thin layer, and always use your fingers. Don't ever use makeup brushes when it comes to unless if you're using powder. But when it comes to like liquid stuff that you're putting on your face, like foundation and whatnot, always use your hands, because otherwise it just doesn't look natural, because you've got the brush strokes and everything. It doesn't look right. So anyways, and that's what I did with this, and this is Great Lash Clear Mascara. My lash on there. Yeah, so I'm gonna and try to kind of well, don't use your hand like I am, because I've got a thing, but maybe you could use maybe you could have like a washcloth or something that was just dedicated to your makeup needs or whatever. So, and like I said, don't pay attention to what's on my eyes now. Just and don't use makeup mirrors. Try to be near natural light when you're doing this. I can't find my eyelash / eyebrow brushes out of my reach, so yeah. My parents aren't strict, but it doesn't really matter that I'm to them, but I kind of do this mainly for every day, because I tend to not like to wear a lot of makeup anymore, because I mean, really, mainly the whole guy thing. Guys don't really like makeup that much, so yeah. And okay, oh yes, I'm going to need my blush brush. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let me just wash it off. It's got a little thing on it. Okay, so I've got a towel here. So yeah. Anyways, this is it. This is a very thin type. It's got two sets of bristles, one on the bottom, one on the top. And the top ones are for application, obviously, because they're the ones on top, the ones that you're gonna use. So anyways, okay. It's a makeup set. It kind of got broken because I dropped it and it stabbed my toe and it really hurt, like right between the nail bed and like right on my cuticle thing. So anyways, I'm just gonna use this, but use one that's like, if you have fair skin tone, use a color like this or this. Well, I have a fair skin tone. Like, but, try to stay away from super shimmery shades. Like, go for more semi-matte or semi-shimmery shades. So yeah, I'm just gonna use this because I want you guys to be able to see it. And really only use a little. And you always have to blend pretty well. You're supposed to put it on the apples of the cheeks, which I personally, which you can do that. But if you want to highlight the contours, then I tend to do that. I don't know why. But anyways, so yeah, and if you really want to do eyeshadow, you can do just a little teensy-weensy little bit of a brown shadow that's a little bit darker than your own skin tone. If you have darker skin tones, don't use black because that's not natural. Then, and I'm not going to do that right now. I'll do that in a few minutes if I should. And yeah, so yeah, and well, if you don't know how to do concealer and stuff, always do concealer first. I'm bad I skip out on that first because I just done a thing before that where I'd had that. And just put a couple dots. Like, well, if you have this thing that looks like a lip gloss, I actually mistook it for a lip gloss once and actually used it like that. Thank God I realized that before I walked out of the house. So yeah, and then just kind of blend with your finger, kind of go all over the whole plate, the whole under eye thing. Because otherwise, especially if it doesn't match your skin tone perfectly, because it's hard to find one that it has that isn't pink toned or orange toned. MAC is definitely orange toned, and my skin is yellow toned, but which most people's skin tones are yellow toned. But anyways, that's why most makeup doesn't look great. As you can see, it's kind of orangish, a tad bit. But anyways, make sure you find one that isn't orangey, and don't ever use that like shimmery self-tanner stuff. Don't use self-tanner stuff unless if it's got like a gazillion reviews or other unless if it's someone that looks natural, like in the makeup store that's telling you about this product. Don't listen to them because they probably don't know what they're talking about because all they know is non-natural things. So anyways, I feel like there's something missing. Oh yes, and for lip color, try to stick to a nice, very natural color. Like, see, this is kind of, well, like the best thing to do is to have just a nice clear gloss or like some lip balm or maybe even like the chapstick gloss, and put that on. I've got like with petroleum or something, or just regular lip balm. But really, parents tend to notice lip gloss more because it's shiny. So yeah, and I'll just do the eyeshadow in for now, but you really shouldn't unless if your parents are more lenient. You can do a light color, lighter brown. It's not really a light color eyeshadow. Anyways, let me just get to this very light amount that was way more than I'd meant for it to be. So anyways, and then just use some, it can be like, make sure it's not super shimmery because otherwise parents will notice. Like, you can also use, and then use this, like, color like this. This is from the Blockbuster palette. I kind of busted it, because, yeah, I explained that before. This is part of the blush thing. So yeah, but I don't know if they still have it.